Living with my mother-in-law, Helen, starts tomorrow. Ethan and I will be living together in a house in the mountains. Something Helen has been looking forward to. It's best to be with family, Helen often said, and Ethan agreed. Ashley, on the other hand, was filled with internal anxiety. She had been fed up with her mother-in-law, who used to visit frequently without an appointment and barge into the house. One Sunday morning, the intercom rang early. Groggy, Ashley opened the door to find Helen standing there. "Good morning, Ashley. I bought some baguettes at the bakery. I'll make you some French toast right away," Helen said with a beaming smile. Ashley sighed inwardly. Not again. Helen's visits were not rare, but they always stressed Ashley out. Helen would comment on house chores all day and criticize Ashley's cooking and cleaning methods. "Ashley, this dish is too salty. Your cleaning is not up to par." Ethan, on his part, accepted his mother's criticism and pressured Ashley. "Listen to my mom and try harder." At that time, Ashley's heart was a mix of anxiety about living with her mother-in-law and hope for the new life. Ashley began to deeply consider what family life should be like. Helen's view that families should be together had some merit. But for Ashley, it didn't guarantee happiness. She and her daughter Katie were searching for what truly made them happy. When Ashley returned to work after parental leave, busy days awaited her. The real estate job was challenging, and balancing it with household chores and childcare was extremely difficult. Yet, Ashley had a strong desire to support her family on her own. One day, she brought up her concerns to a colleague at work. "Is it really important for families to be together?" Her colleague, Megan, started sharing her experiences as she listened to Ashley's worries. "I've had my struggles living with my mother-in-law too, but in the end, we understood each other and managed to live separately." "You should prioritize both you and Katie's happiness too," Megan advised. Megan's words resonated deeply with Ashley, making her realize that living with a mother-in-law doesn't necessarily bring family happiness. Family should be about respecting each other's happiness, not just living together. Ashley began to think that way. Returning home, Ashley was comforted by Katie's smile. Katie was still young and unaware of the issues between her mother and grandmother. However, Ashley felt strongly that she needed to create a more stable environment for Katie's sake. "I must create a better environment for Katie," that's what she decided in her heart. During dinner, Ashley initiated a serious discussion with Ethan. "Ethan, I want to talk about our family's future seriously." However, Ethan, respecting his mother's opinion, did not listen to Ashley. "Mom makes me feel safe. Shouldn't families be together?" he stubbornly argued. Disappointed by his attitude, Ashley resolved to follow her own beliefs. "I will strive to create a better environment for Katie and myself," she vowed internally. The time before moving in with Helen was limited, but Ashley was determined to act based on her convictions. After moving in, Helen began interfering daily in household chores, complaining about Ashley's cooking. "This tastes too strong. You're not balancing the nutrients right." She even meddled in cleaning. "Look at the dust in this corner. You need to clean more thoroughly." Ethan swallowed all his mother's words and pressured Ashley, "Just do as my mom says." Tensions in the house escalated day by day. Ashley endured her mother-in-law's interference on top of balancing work, housework, and childcare. Whenever Helen cooked, Ethan would praise her in front of Ashley, which felt like a stab to her heart. Meanwhile, Katie, still young, was oblivious to the tension and played innocently. showing her smiles, which both healed and strengthened Ashley's resolve. Living with her mother-in-law was a daily trial for Ashley. One day, she confided to her colleague, "I might be reaching my limit." Megan, empathetic, advised her, "Don't push yourself too hard. Put your happiness first." Encouraged by Megan's words, Ashley began taking concrete steps to end the living arrangement with her mother-in-law. Ashley spent her days off visiting real estate agencies, aiming to find a new, safe place for her and Katie to live. She hadn't yet talked to Ethan about the new house, anticipating his opposition. One day, Ashley finally found the ideal property. It featured a spacious living room, a bright bedroom for Katie, and a quiet bedroom where Ashley herself could relax. She felt that this house would free them from Helen's interference and allow for a peaceful life. Ashley decided to proceed with the purchase immediately and consulted her father, who worked in real estate. Her father supported her decision, promising, "Your happiness is the most important thing to me," and thus, Ashley took the first step towards ending living together with her mother-in-law. As the purchase of the new house progressed, Ashley began preparing to move without telling her family. She only told Ethan, "I've found a new house, but the contract isn't signed yet." In her heart, she strongly felt, "This is my last chance," as she continued with her daily life. Having found the new house, Ashley began to see glimmers of hope. However, reality was not so simple. One day, as usual, Helen barged into the house and started talking loudly in the living room while watching TV. "Hey, Ethan. Ashley seems busy lately, is she okay?" Helen's voice pierced Ashley's ears. "I'm busy, but I'm okay, Helen. I'm working hard both at work and at home," Ethan casually replied, but Ashley felt something off about his words. A premonition that something was about to happen. That night, Ashley decided to have a serious talk with Ethan. After dinner, once Katie had fallen asleep, they sat facing each other in the living room. "Ethan, I have a request," Ashley began. "What is it, Ashley?" Ethan was watching TV, but he turned his attention away from the screen upon seeing Ashley's serious expression. "Actually, I've found a new house. I want us three to move and start a new life," Ashley said quietly. However, Ethan's reaction was as expected. "What are you talking about, Ashley? We decided to live with Mom, right? Why would you suddenly bring this up?" he replied, unable to hide his surprise and anger. "I understand. But I think Katie and I need a more stable environment. I can't live with your mother anymore," Ashley earnestly pleaded. However, Ethan was not convinced. "Are you planning to abandon Mom?" "You can't do that," he argued back. The next day, on her way to the real estate agency, Ashley thought to herself, "Nothing will change if I don't act." When she arrived at work, she immediately contacted her father to prepare the documents needed for the purchase. That evening, when Ashley returned home, the usual hustle and bustle filled the house. Helen was preparing dinner in the kitchen, and Ethan was watching TV in the living room. Ashley steeled her resolve, thinking, "I need to talk again." After dinner, facing Ethan again in the living room, Ashley said, "Ethan, these are the documents needed for the new house purchase. I need your signature." Ethan showed a momentary look of surprise, then his expression turned serious. "Are you serious, Ashley?" he asked. Ashley nodded. "I believe this is the best choice for us and for Katie," Ashley replied with determination. Ethan pondered in silence for a while, then sighed deeply and signed the documents. At that moment, Ashley felt a great weight lift from her heart. Thank you, Ethan, she said quietly, expressing her gratitude. With that, a step toward a new life was taken. As the purchase of the new house progressed, Ashley began planning the final steps to end the cohabitation with Helen. Although it was hard to imagine how Helen would react to this decision, Ashley was convinced that this change was necessary for Katie's sake. One night, Ashley set up another conversation with Ethan. "Ethan, I need to talk seriously once more," she started, and Ethan showed a tense expression. "What is it, Ashley?" "Isn't the new house matter settled?" he asked worriedly. "Actually, there's something I haven't told you. I haven't spoken to your mother about the new house yet. But for our sake, and for Katie's, I think it's necessary to tell her that we can no longer live together," Ashley said, looking earnestly at Ethan. "But what about Mom?" Ethan asked, his face filled with confusion. "Mom enjoys living with us. I know. But we need a more stable environment. Living with your mother isn't good for either of us," Ashley insisted. "Do you think Mom will understand?" Ethan sighed. "But we still have to tell her. It's for our future," Ashley remained firm. A few days later, Ashley faced Helen in the living room to talk. "Mom, I have something important to discuss today," Ashley began quietly. "What is it, Ashley?" Helen answered with a smile, but her eyes showed wariness. "I've purchased a new house. We've decided to live there from now on," Ashley said straightforwardly. Helen's face turned stern in an instant. "What are you saying now, Ashley? We were supposed to live together forever," Helen reacted vehemently. "I know. But it's better for both of us to live separately. I want to create a stable environment for Katie," Ashley explained calmly. "How can you say such selfish things? I won't allow it." Helen raised her voice, unable to contain her anger. "Ethan, what is this? Did you know about this?" Helen turned to Ethan. Confused yet understanding, Ethan replied, "Mom, Ashley is right. It's better for us to live separately. I can't believe this. Are you planning to abandon me?" Helen was furious, but Ashley continued calmly. "Mom, I want you to understand. We care about you deeply. But living together doesn't always mean happiness," Ashley said firmly. Helen stood silently for a while, then quietly nodded. "I understand, Ashley. But there are still things I can't accept," Helen said. "Thank you, Helen. We will continue to care for you," Ashley said, filled with gratitude. As Ashley's resolution solidified, preparations for her new life accelerated. After concluding her conversation with Helen, Ashley swiftly finalized the contract for the new house and set a moving date. Gradually, she began packing and preparing Katie's room to align with their new life. As the moving day drew near, Ashley felt a lightness in her heart. The prospect of being freed from Helen's interference and living at their own pace brightened her view of the future. Katie, too, looked forward to life in the new house and excitedly planned the layout of her new room. On moving day, Ashley approached Helen in the living room to say goodbye. "Helen, we're moving to the new house today. Thank you for everything," she said politely. Helen, though looking sad, responded, "I understand, Ashley. Let's continue to cherish our family bond." Ashley felt relieved at these words and showed gratitude. The move went smoothly, and life in the new house began. Ashley and Katie arranged the spacious living room with new furniture, and Katie's room was filled with her favorite stuffed animals and toys. Ashley also set up her own room. Ashley also set up her own room, creating an environment conducive to balancing work and home life. Starting her new life, Ashley felt an immense sense of liberation. She hadn't realized how comforting it could be to live on their own rhythm, free from Helen's interference. Katie quickly adapted to the new environment and thrived in her cheerful, vibrant manner. However, Ashley and Ethan's life as a married couple did not go well. "I'm constantly worried about my mom, who cries and calls me daily. I'm considering moving back with her. If you don't agree, Ashley, let's get a divorce." That's. Ashley hesitated, knowing that returning would mean enduring the same stressful life as before. "All right, fine. Let's get a divorce." Thus, Ashley's marriage with Ethan ended. In the days that followed, while somewhat lonely, Ashley found herself living a more peaceful life. One Sunday morning, she took Katie to a large park near their new home, where Katie could play freely. Sitting on a bench, Ashley watched Katie's smiling face and felt profound happiness. On their way home from the park, Ashley pondered, "What can I do to enrich our lives even further?" Despite just having started her new life, Ashley was already thinking about her next steps. Proficient in setting goals both personally and professionally, Ashley used her new home life as a foundation to establish and pursue her future objectives. First, she focused on cherishing time with Katie, ensuring a nurturing environment for her growth. Additionally, she planned to invest fully in her career advancement. Thus began Ashley's earnest advancement into her new life. Days spent with Katie were fulfilling, and she achieved success at work. Without the cohabitation with Helen, Ashley found the mental space to value family time while also pursuing her own growth. Her relationship with her father, Tyler, who was also her boss, deepened. Tyler provided substantial support to help her balance work and home life. One day, they had lunch together at a cafe near the office, where Ashley shared her recent experiences. "Dad, since moving to the new house, Katie and I have been truly thriving." "Thank you." Ashley expressed her gratitude. "That's great to hear. Your happiness is the most important thing." Tyler responded with a smile. "As you settle into the new life, why not set some work goals?" he suggested. Ashley nodded at her father's advice, feeling that clear work goals would further enrich her life. "Okay, Dad. I want to grow more and contribute to our company," she affirmed her resolve. After lunch with her father, Ashley returned to work, ready to tackle her desk and take on new projects to enhance her skills. Determined to advance her career, she devoted herself daily to her work tasks. She also valued her time with Katie, enjoying weekends in the park or baking cookies at home. Katie had fully adapted to the new home and attended school cheerily every day. One Saturday morning, Ashley and Katie visited a nearby library, a place Katie loved for discovering new books. While Katie chose books, Ashley watched the children's joyful faces and thought, "Seeing her grow up happy is my greatest happiness." Walking home from the library, Katie, clutching her new books, asked, "Mom, will you read this book to me?" "Of course, Katie," Ashley replied. At home, they sat on the sofa, and Ashley began reading Katie's chosen book as Katie nestled into her lap, absorbed in the story. That night, before bed, Ashley recalled her conversation with her father. "I'll grow and contribute to the company," she pledged to herself. Feeling motivated to tackle new challenges and elevate her career. The next day, Ashley decided to take on a new project at work and consulted with her boss. who is also her father. "Dad, I'd like to participate in this project," Ashley proposed. "Sure, Ashley. I'm sure you can handle it," Tyler responded with a smile. Thus, Ashley embarked on the new project. While balancing work and home, she dedicated herself to honing her skills further. As her new life progressed smoothly, Ashley began to enjoy her time with her family even more. Especially the days with Katie were priceless for Ashley. While challenging herself to balance work and family, Ashley actively created fun moments with Katie. One weekend, Ashley and Katie went to a town festival. Amid the colorful stalls, music, and dancing, Katie's eyes sparkled. "Mom, I want that balloon," Katie said happily, pointing. Ashley smiled and took Katie's hand, heading towards the balloon vendor. With a balloon in hand, Katie began playing joyfully with other children. Ashley watched this and felt her heart warm. Seeing Katie laugh happily was Ashley's greatest joy. At the festival, they enjoyed games and delicious food together, having a wonderful time. On another day, Ashley and Katie decided to cook together. At Katie's request, they made cookies. Watching Katie knead the dough and cut out shapes in the kitchen was heartwarming. "Mom, look. I made a star shape," Katie proudly showed. Ashley looked on and smiled. "That's lovely, Katie. I'll help too." The sweet aroma from the oven filled the house, and Katie was thrilled to see the baked cookies. "Mom, let's eat together," Katie exclaimed excitedly. Sitting side by side in the living room, eating cookies, Ashley thought, "This is happiness." Ashley also put effort into arranging the garden of their new home with Katie. Gardening was Ashley's hobby, and she planted flowers and started a vegetable garden. Katie enjoyed helping. "Mom, this flower is beautiful," Katie said, looking at the flowers. "Yes, Katie. It's beautiful just like you," Ashley responded gently. Working in the garden was also a time for Ashley and Katie to deepen their bond. They touched the soil and grew plants together, enjoying moments in nature. They sometimes cooked with the vegetables they harvested, and Katie would proudly say, "We grew this together, Mom." Professionally, Ashley was making smooth progress on her projects. Tackling new challenges allowed her to feel personal growth. Tyler, her boss and father, praised her. "Ashley, I'm impressed by your hard work." This further motivated her. Meanwhile, on weekends, she prioritized family time, deepening her bond with Katie. For Ashley, balancing work and home life was her biggest challenge and joy. Seeing Katie make new friends at school and have fun, Ashley felt validated in her decision. Ending cohabitation with Helen and living at their own pace had created a happier environment for the whole family. One day, as life was going well, Ashley faced a significant decision. A new project came up at work, and Tyler proposed that Ashley lead it. "Ashley, I've seen your hard work and would like you to take on the next project. How about it?" Tyler asked seriously. Ashley hesitated momentarily. Taking on the new project meant not only more responsibility at work, but also making it harder to balance family life. However, she felt that she couldn't pass up this opportunity for growth. "I understand, Dad. Please let me do it," Ashley answered with determination. Tyler nodded satisfactorily. "Good, I'm counting on you, Ashley." As the new project started, Ashley became busier. Even after finishing her daily work, she often brought tasks home. She worried about having less time with Katie but spoke honestly with her about it. "Katie, I'll be working on an important project, so I'll be a bit busy. But I'll make sure we spend time together," Ashley said. Katie looked a bit sad but responded understandingly, "Okay, Mom. Good luck." The project progressed well, and Ashley's efforts were paying off. Her work was recognized within the company, and she gained the trust of her colleagues. However, the busyness and less time with Katie gradually brought unease to Ashley. One evening, as Ashley worked late, Katie came into the living room. "Mom, it's time to sleep," Katie said. Ashley looked at the clock, surprised. "Sorry, Katie. Can you wait just a little longer?" Ashley asked gently. But Katie's expression was clouded. That moment, Ashley realized. No matter how important the work, she couldn't neglect her time with Katie. She stopped her work and hugged Katie. "Sorry, Katie. I will make time for you, I promise." Afterward, Ashley established new rules to balance work and home life. When she came home, she would first spend time with Katie and not work late into the night. By adhering to these rules, Ashley was able to deepen her bond with Katie once again. The project was successfully completed, and Ashley's hard work paid off. Her father, Tyler, praised her, "Well done, Ashley. You really worked hard." Ashley proudly expressed her gratitude. Through this experience, Ashley learned something important. No matter how busy she was, valuing time with her family was most crucial. Nothing gained by sacrificing time with Katie was worth it. Ashley renewed her commitment to building happy days with her family, while maintaining a balance between work and home. However, Ashley and Katie's smooth new life was suddenly met with a great challenge. One day, when Ashley returned from work, she found Katie collapsed with a high fever. "Katie, are you okay?" "Hold on a minute." Ashley touched Katie's forehead, shocked at the heat. She decided they needed to go to the hospital immediately and quickly carried Katie to the car. Upon arriving at the hospital, Katie was taken to the emergency room. The doctor diagnosed Katie with a severe infection requiring hospitalization. Ashley felt a tightening in her chest at these words. "Why is this happening?" she murmured, holding back tears while gripping Katie's hand. Katie's hospitalization began, and Ashley was forced to shuttle between work and the hospital. Katie's condition didn't stabilize, filling Ashley's days with anxiety and worry. She couldn't concentrate on work, and it began to affect her project progress. One day, during an important meeting at work, Ashley's mind was filled with thoughts of Katie. When her smartphone rang and she saw it was the hospital calling, she quickly excused herself from the meeting. "Excuse me, I have an urgent call I need to take," she said, and took the call in the hallway. "Ashley, Katie's condition has suddenly worsened. Please come to the hospital immediately." The doctor's voice conveyed urgency. With a heart nearly bursting, Ashley rushed to the hospital. Upon arrival, the doctor greeted her with a grave expression. "Katie is now in the ICU. Her condition is very critical," he explained. Ashley felt a sense of despair and couldn't stop her tears. "Hang in there, Katie," she prayed silently. That night, Ashley spent alone in the hospital waiting room, praying for Katie's recovery. Sleepless nights followed, and Ashley was exhausted in body and spirit. However, she steeled herself for Katie's sake. The next day, Katie's condition began to stabilize. "It seems she's over the worst period," the doctor informed her, and Ashley breathed a sigh of relief. However, she was told that full recovery would still take time, and Ashley decided to stay by Katie's side. Katie's hospitalization was prolonged, but Ashley visited daily, watching over her recovery. At work, her boss and colleagues, understanding her situation, supported her in maintaining a balance between her job and home life. Finally, the day came when Katie could be discharged. With tears in her eyes, Ashley brought Katie home. "Welcome back, Katie. You did great." Ashley hugged her. Katie, also with tears, said, "Thank you, Mom." Through this ordeal, Ashley was painfully reminded of the importance of family. She reaffirmed that no matter how busy, valuing family time was paramount. Ashley vowed to continue supporting Katie wholeheartedly and to further deepen their bond. After Katie's discharge, Ashley prioritized Katie's health and decided to reassess the balance between work and home. However, a new challenge soon emerged. One day, sudden layoffs were announced at her company, and Ashley's department was affected. Layoffs. Ashley was shocked and worried hearing that word. Tyler, looking worried, told her, "Ashley, you might be included." At that moment, a heavy pressure weighed on her. Days later, the list of those laid off was officially announced, and Ashley's name was on it. Her efforts seemed unrewarded as she faced losing her source of income to support her family. Why is this happening? Ashley couldn't stop her tears. When she got home, Katie looked at her worriedly. "Mom, are you okay?" she asked. Ashley hugged Katie and reassured her, "It's okay, Katie. No matter what, I'll protect you." Despite her reassuring words, Ashley felt swirling anxiety and despair inside. Laid off, Ashley immediately started looking for a new job, but it was difficult to find one. Interviews led to rejections, and she felt increasingly cornered. Even so, she tried to maintain a smile in front of Katie, but at night, her anxiety kept her awake. One night, sitting alone in the living room, Ashley pondered, "What should I do now?" Looking at Katie's innocent sleeping face, she felt a wave of calm. For Katie, "I must not give up," she resolved anew. The next day, Ashley redoubled her job search efforts. She reached out to former colleagues and friends, and scoured online job postings thoroughly. Finally, she received an interview offer from a company. "This might be my last chance," she thought as she went to the interview. During the interview, she highlighted her experiences and skills, emphasizing her determination to work hard to support her family. The results were to be notified later, and Ashley waited anxiously for the day. Days later, the notification email arrived. With trembling hands, she opened the email, and the word "hired" jumped out at her. "I did it." Ashley wept tears of joy, collapsing to the ground in relief. She immediately called Katie to share the good news. "Katie, I got a new job." Katie, beaming with happiness, hugged her and exclaimed, "Congratulations, Mom." The new job was in a different field, but Ashley adapted well due to her diligence and effort. She enjoyed the challenge of her new environment while making sure to cherish her time with Katie. Once again, Ashley was able to stabilize her life and embark on a fresh start. This experience taught Ashley an important lesson: life can present unexpected challenges. But by never giving up and always moving forward, new paths can open up. She also reaffirmed that the bond with her family was the strongest support she could have. Having settled into her new job, Ashley regained stability. She performed well at her new workplace and earned the trust of her colleagues. While Ashley enjoyed fulfilling days, a lingering anxiety about her past life remained. Unexpectedly, she received a call from her ex-husband, Ethan. His voice was desperate and filled with despair. "Ashley, I need help. I'm really struggling." Ashley paused but responded calmly. "What happened?" Ethan continued, "Things with Mom have gotten bad. And I can't make the mortgage payments anymore. Mom's spending has gotten out of control, and we're not managing." "That's tough, but there's nothing I can do," Ashley replied coldly. Ethan's plea became more urgent. "Please, can't you help out even a little?" Ashley sighed deeply and answered firmly. "Ethan, that's your problem. We're not a family anymore. You need to solve it yourselves." After hanging up, Ashley reflected on the difficult days she had endured with Ethan and his mother, Helen. She had no desire to return to those times. Days later, another call came, this time from Helen. Her voice, once calm, was now panicked and sorrowful. "Ashley, please help. Ethan has left the house, and I don't know what to do," she sobbed. "Helen, that's between you and Ethan. I'm no longer involved," Ashley responded calmly. Despite Helen's pleas, Ashley remained unmoved. Her bitter past had taught her resilience and emotional strength. Helen raised her voice, "You need to pay me compensation." However, Ashley stood her ground. "Helen, that's impossible. We're not a family anymore, and I have no such responsibility." After ending the call, Ashley felt a renewed appreciation for her family. She realized how much she had striven to protect her life with Katie. Regardless of Helen and Ethan's troubles, nothing could jeopardize her new life. Weeks later, while at the park with Katie, Ashley coincidentally saw Helen and Ethan. They looked nothing like their former affluent selves. Both appeared exhausted and were arguing. "It's all your fault. Think about why our lives ended up like this," Helen shouted. "You should reconsider how you spend money. No matter how much I work, it's all wasted because of you," Ethan retorted. Witnessing the once close mother and son now blaming each other, Ashley felt pained. However, this pain reaffirmed that her decision was right. Holding Katie's hand tightly, she smiled and said, "It's okay, Katie. We have our own future." From that moment, Ashley was more determined than ever to focus on her and Katie's future. No matter how difficult Helen and Ethan's situation became, she would not sacrifice her and Katie's well-being. Ashley solidified her resolve and began planning for the next steps in their life. That night, she told Katie, "We're going to try new things to make our time together even more enjoyable." Katie's eyes sparkled with excitement. "What are we going to do, Mom? Maybe we'll travel to new places or start a new hobby together. Tell me if there's anything you'd like to try," Ashley said with a smile. After thinking it over, Katie responded, "I'd like to learn piano." Delighted by this request, Ashley promptly researched nearby music schools. Soon, Katie began taking piano lessons, which Ashley looked forward to supporting. Watching Katie play the piano confirmed to Ashley that her choices were right. Meanwhile, Ashley set new goals for her career. As her work at the new job progressed smoothly, she decided to aim for further skill enhancement. She joined an online business course on weekends to continue her personal development. One day at work, Ashley was appointed as the leader of a new project. "Ashley, I believe you can make this project a success. I'm counting on you," her boss encouraged her. In response, Ashley expressed her gratitude and commitment. "Thank you. I'll give it my all." As she tackled the new project, Ashley built a trustworthy relationship with her team members and demonstrated her leadership skills. The project progressed smoothly and eventually achieved significant success. Her reputation at the company soared, and Ashley felt even more fulfilled in her role. At the same time, she continued to cherish the time spent with Katie. Every weekend, they practiced piano together, visited the library to read books, and engaged in other activities that deepened their bond. When the day of Katie's piano recital arrived, Ashley watched her performance with pride. "Mom, watch me," Katie said as she stepped onto the stage and sat at the piano. Ashley applauded wholeheartedly, proud of Katie's growth. After Katie's performance ended, Ashley, with tears in her eyes, embraced her and said, "You played the piano wonderfully, Katie." Through this experience, Ashley realized that both she and Katie could grow by embracing new challenges. With the new project's success and her enhanced reputation at work, Ashley set higher goals for herself. Utilizing her skills, she dreamed of eventually starting her own business. Thus, Ashley and Katie began walking towards a new future together. Having overcome past difficulties, they possessed the strength and determination to face any challenge. Ashley renewed her resolve to build a happy life with Katie. Ashley and Katie's life together continued to thrive, with each day filled with growth and new opportunities. Ashley successfully led new projects at work, laying a solid foundation for her career advancement, while Katie blossomed in her piano lessons, showcasing her talent at recitals. Meanwhile, Ashley started attending business school at night to further enhance her skills, dreaming of one day starting her own business. Her efforts were recognized by those around her, earning her increasing trust and admiration from many people. One sunny day, Ashley and Katie spent a delightful afternoon at a nearby park. Watching Katie play joyfully, Ashley felt a profound sense of relief and happiness. She was grateful for having overcome the challenges of the past and building such a content life now. "Katie, let's plan our future together," Ashley said with a smile. Katie, with sparkling eyes, replied enthusiastically, "Yes, I'm excited." They sat on a park bench and began discussing their dreams and aspirations. "I want to continue playing the piano," Katie expressed her wish. Ashley nodded supportively. "Of course, Katie. I'll always support what you want to do." Ashley also shared her dream of starting her own business. "I'm planning to start my own company in the future. I'm studying now to make that happen." Katie responded energetically, "That's amazing, Mom. I'll support you." Their bond deepened as they talked about their hopes for the future. As they continued to balance work and home life, Ashley's efforts at work paid off, and she was soon promoted to a managerial position. With the new role came greater responsibilities, but Ashley embraced them as opportunities for personal growth. Katie, too, enjoyed her school life and piano lessons, making new friends and living fulfilling days. Every time Ashley saw Katie smile, she was reassured that her decisions were right, committing to prioritize her daughter's happiness. One evening, while preparing dinner together, Ashley recalled the tough times they had endured. Yet, she realized those challenges were just steps towards realizing their current happiness. "Katie, let's make tonight's dinner special," Ashley suggested. Katie exclaimed joyfully, "Yay! I love you, Mom." They enjoyed a delightful meal together, cherishing their shared moments. That night, as Ashley tucked Katie into bed, she silently vowed, "We will continue to live happy days together forever." Katie, drifting to sleep, smiled and murmured, "Yes, Mom." Thus, Ashley and Katie's new life was a testament to growth, overcoming past adversities with strength and determination, cherishing their family bond, and stepping forward towards the future, renewed in their commitment to each other and their shared happiness. Their life was filled with the peaceful happiness that came from surmounting past difficulties. On a bright afternoon, as they enjoyed tea time at a cafe, they discussed more about the future. "Mom, what kind of job will you do in the future?" Katie asked. "Well, Katie, I want to start my own business someday. I hope to try new things on my own and help lots of people," Ashley explained. Katie's eyes shone as she shared her own dream. "I want to be a piano teacher when I grow up." Ashley smiled. "You'll be a wonderful teacher, Katie. I'll always support you." After that, the two went for a walk in the park. The flowers were in full bloom, creating a beautiful scene. Katie joyfully gathered petals and said, "Mom, look at this. These flowers are so pretty." Ashley watched her and felt warmth in her heart. "Katie, I'm so happy. It's because you're here with me. I love you," Ashley told Katie. Katie smiled and replied, "I love you too, Mom." Hand in hand, they sat on a bench in the park and spent a peaceful time together. That evening, Ashley decided to read a new book to Katie, who sat eagerly by her side, fascinated by the story. As they delved into the story, Katie exclaimed, "Mom, this story is so interesting." Ashley smiled and replied, "Isn't it? I love this book too." They immersed themselves in the book's world, sharing a joyful time together. As the night deepened and Katie drifted off to sleep, Ashley quietly left the room and went to her desk. She continued preparing for her new project at work, filled with hope for the future. Confident that no matter what challenges they might face, she and Katie could overcome them together. A few days later, Ashley successfully presented the new project at her workplace, earning praise from her boss and colleagues. Her boss expressed his happiness, saying, "Well done, Ashley. I'm truly proud to see how much you've grown." Grateful for these words, Ashley felt her efforts were recognized and rewarded. For the weekend, she planned enjoyable activities to spend quality time with Katie. They continued activities that deepened their bond, like supporting Katie's piano lessons and cooking together. For Ashley, time with Katie was the most precious, embodying her greatest happiness. One day, Katie returned from school and excitedly shared, "Mom, I won an award in a school essay contest." Ashley felt both surprised and delighted, hugging her and saying, "That's incredible, Katie. Congratulations." Every time Ashley witnessed Katie's growth and successes, she reaffirmed that her choices were right. The efforts they made to overcome past difficulties were now connected to their current happiness, proving that their hard work was worthwhile. Thus, Ashley and Katie's life continued to be peaceful and fulfilling. They cherished their family bond while confidently moving towards the future, enjoying happy times together, continuing to grow together. Ashley and Katie faced new challenges and built a life filled with joyful days.